Hello friends, myself Manjusri Gunjagaokar from Sri Jain Vidya Prasarak Mandal, Rasiklalyam Dhariwal College of Pharmacy, Chinchwad. Now, in this video, we are going to study about microbiology, the remaining part, that is viruses and fungi. In previous video, we have learned about the bacteria. Now first we'll see what is mean by fungi. Fungi are eukaryotic protists, non-photosynthetic, that means they do not have ability for the photosynthesis. Fungi are non-motile. Most are saprobes, that means that fungi are lives on dead organism. Fungi multiply sexually, asexually or by both mechanism. They are unicellular or multicellular. Now, similar to the bacteria, there are these fungi are also having different types like yeast, molds, dimorphic fungi. So first we'll see what is mean by yeast. Yeasts are unicellular fungi. Their cells are spherical in shape and they multiply by budding. They look like the picture shown here. Second type is yeast-like fungi. So yeast-like fungi partly grow as a yeast and partly as a elongated structure like hyphae, which is called as a pseudomycelium. For example, Candida albicans. Molds, these are rapidly growing fungus with no sexual stages. They are also called filamentous fungi, multiply by spore formation. For example, dermatophytes and micromonosporum. The images for yeast-like fungi and molds are as shown in the figure. Next type of fungi is dimorphic fungi. This dimorphic fungi occurs as a filamentous or as a yeast. In tissue culture at 37 degrees centigrade, it occurs as a yeast, while in soil or culture at 22 degree, it appears as a mold. Most of systemic infections are caused by these dimorphic fungi. The diagrammatic representation of the dimorphic fungi is as shown. Next come the systemic classification of the fungi. This classification depends on sexual spores formation of fungi and is divided into lower fungi. First, the phycomycetes. These are have no separate hyphae and the lower fungi reproduce through both sexual and asexual spores. The second type of the fungi is higher fungi. So higher fungi includes ascomycetes, basidomycetes and fungi imperfecti. Ascomycetes have separate uninucleate hyphae. They reproduce through sexual way by forming the spores called as ascospores. Basidomycetes is the another type of the higher fungi which is also known as mushrooms. Some are highly poisonous. Separate binucleate hyphae is there and they form the sexual spores. Third type of higher fungi is fungi imperfecti. They lack the sexual stage in life cycle and reproduce by a sexual way. Now, the next is what is the impact of fungal infection. The fungal infection are called as mycosis. There are three types of the fungal infection: superficial fungal infection, deep-seated fungal infection, and opportunistic fungal infection. Superficial fungal infections are common infections on the skin, nail, hairs, etc. For example, ringworm and tinea infection. Deep-seated fungal infections, which is also called as systemic mycosis. These infections vary in severity, ranging from asymptomatic infections to fatal diseases. Causative agents are actinomycetes and histoplasma, etc. Opportunistic fungal infections occurs in patients suffering from diseases such as cancer, AIDS, like this. Now, the next point comes how we are going to prevent or treat the mycosis. So, First and the major important step for the prevention is cleanliness and hygienic habits are important to avoid the fungal infection. And for the treatment, most of the antifungal agents are commonly used. The example are griseofulvin, cotrimazole are few of them. Now, in next part, we are going to discuss about virus. So, the structure of the virus is as shown in the figure. They are smaller than the bacteria. They contain only one type of nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA. Depends on the host cell for replication. The extracellular infectious virus particle is called as a viron. Now, we see in detail the structure of the virus. Virus is ultramicroscopic entity on boundary of living and non-living. It does not possess the cellular organization. Structurally, it possesses a protein coat called capsid enclosing the nucleic acid at central core. Capsid is made up of structural units called capsomer, where each capsomer is made up of 7 to 8 monomers. Virus carries centrally located nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA, but never the both. It is usually ssDNA or dsRNA, that means single strand DNA or double strand RNA, can be present as a nucleic acid or the usual double strand DNA or single strand RNA. Virus particle may be enveloped or naked, that is without envelope. Envelope may show projections called as a spikes. Virus may show cubical form or helical, that is rod like form of structure. They may be combination of these two forms as seen in bacteriophage with additional part as a neck, collar, base plate and tail fibers. Pathogenicity of the virus is because of nucleic acid, while antigenicity is because of capsids and envelope when present. Thank you for watching this video.